The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the show. Hi to everyone who's watching us live on YouTube every Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, including everybody from the We Survive Bush, You'll Survive Obama Facebook page, and the I Love It When I Wake Up in the Morning and Barack Obama is President Facebook page. Check those out. We may have found the next George Zimmerman. This is another case out of Florida, specifically in Jacksonville, Florida. This is another case of a white guy shooting an unarmed black kid. The white man's name is Michael David Dunn. The African-American kid was 17-year-old Jordan Davis. Now, Natan, I think we should be able to find that side-by-side of Dunn and the victim, Jordan Davis, which I had pointed out to you where to find that. Michael David Dunn was in Jacksonville a few days ago for his son's wedding. And afterwards, he decided to stop at a convenience store with his girlfriend. His girlfriend went into the store, and she was in there buying, apparently, a bottle of wine. And there was a vehicle, there was an SUV with 4 unarmed teenagers nearby. And Dunn made a comment to the teenagers that the music was too loud. In other words, he was upset that the music was loud. He decided to tell the kids the music is too loud. An argument followed, and then Dunn, who is a gun collector, pulled out his gun and fired at the SUV reportedly 8 to 9 times. Now, 2 of those shots hit Jordan Davis and killed him, okay? After the fact, Lieutenant Rob Schoonover, who is from Jacksonville Homicide, said, quote, "Our victim was shot a couple of times. They were listening to the music. It was loud. They admitted that. But I mean, that is not a reason for someone to open fire on them, I'll say." When the girlfriend came back to the car, Dunn drove off and he admitted to her that he, quote, "fired at these kids." Later, they heard a news report that someone had died in the shooting. They went back to their home in Brevard County, Florida. Witnesses of the shooting had written down the license plate number. Long story short, Dunn is arrested. Now, after his arrest, Dunn told Jacksonville detectives that he, quote, "felt threatened," and that is the reason that he took action. He's being held without bail. He is going to be transported to a jail in Jacksonville to face charges of murder and attempted murder. Now, he already pled not guilty in court. What's the argument, Lewis?
What's the argument? That he was somehow acting in self-defense?
Absolutely. His attorney, who is Robin Lemonides, said it will be very clear that Mr. Dunn acted very responsibly and as any responsible firearms owner would have acted under these circumstances. Now, I don't know about that. I know a lot of firearms owners, and they're near vehicles with loud music all the time, and they never end up killing anybody.
Right. I think if I had to guess, I would say that this is a man with a violent history, a man who is incredibly racist, and a man who just wanted to kill somebody.
We don't yet know any of that information, but speculation from producer Louis Motamedi. Now, Jacksonville attorney Gene Nichols said that most likely we're looking at a George Zimmerman-style stand-your-ground defense attempt, but that it's going to be a tough case to make. In other words, the question is, why didn't you call the sheriff's office? If you were reasonably protecting yourself, why did you leave the scene? Why did you get in your car and the next day flee the jurisdiction of that county? There's no indication at all that anyone in the vehicle had a gun. There's no indication at all that any threat was posed. This time it was loud music. Last time it was Skittles and iced tea. Ladies and gentlemen, Florida once again, the trials and tribulations of stand your ground laws once again, which recently were actually, there was some kind of a hearing about whether stand your ground laws need to be revisited, and the determination was, no, those laws are fine. We'll see if they're fine. We'll see if there's an attempt made here.
Now, I know how you feel about stand your ground laws, and I'm not convinced that they're a bad thing. But let's hope that the courts actually work.
Right.
And that
it's clear that this isn't a stand your ground case.
Right.
Absolutely.